What's going on, everyone? DJ's here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay commentary. Today, I know I've been throwing out bangers left and right, but this is an upper echelon banger. This is a tier with Witty versus Larondo game. This is me versus Monty Mole game. This is a high level game in terms of entertainment. You're going to be entertained. So if you got a Zumba class, you got to walk your dog, do that shit first. Then watch this game when you got at least 30 minutes to an hour to fully enjoy this game. Get yourself a nice tub of ice cream. Get yourself a bowl of cereal. Get yourself whatever the hell you want, but you got to watch this game in its entirety because it is insane. Anyway, so this map right here is called Golden Will. If you haven't seen it before, it's because it's not in the Global League. This is actually just part of a tournament pool of maps hosted by the DPSI or Dipsy Duck and his co-host, Voice of Akasha, a couple weeks ago, I believe. Anyway, this map right here is called Golden Will. One thing you may notice is there is not a single road on this map. Not one. There's a ton of mountains, ton of forests and plains. Now, I know what you're thinking, or maybe you don't know what you're thinking, but you should be thinking airplanes are insane on this map. Airplanes are so good. You can maneuver battlecopters to whatever front you want. You can go up here, you can go in the middle, you can go down, you can go wherever you want. Airports are crazy good on this map. Another thing you might notice is well, there's a lot of mountains, and it's not really guaranteed to capture a lot of things. Like this corner over here, you have two bases if you're red to go get this. However, a battlecopter can sneak over there and cut you off pretty easily. So there's a lot of contested properties on this map. A lot of contested properties, which is probably why DeadFS chose Sammy, but we'll get to that in a bit. So a lot of contested properties. Technically a 2 base versus 1 base, and a 2 base versus 1 base over here, plus an airport. And there's also some ports that actually might come in handy because landers are good on this map, B-boats are good on this map, because you want to be transporting a lot. Since there's so many mountains, I can't bring if I have red forces over here, I can't bring these down here without transport. They get cut off. You're basically facing the 2 base. Also, this base can't really reinforce this base up here because they're kind of separated, so you need a lander or something. Capture this as purple, then send your units up, then you can have a 2 versus 1 base. So a lot of mountains will get in the way in this map, as we'll come to see right here. The center is also tons of forest, but it's not connecting to the HQ, so it's not as important as a normal center is in a map because you basically get 3 properties. Woohoo! But you can still lose with the center because let's say I'm purple and I win all the center. Hooray! I can't really press red's HQ. All I can do is press into that 1 base right there, and it's pretty easy to lock a bunch of artillery and stuff there to defend it. So it's, the center is pretty decent for moving air units through, but in terms of winning the center, it's not as big a deal as it normally would in a map, because you can just, move your air units around, etc. Even getting the second base right here, you can interrupt with the B-copter pretty early in the game. B-copter, you could stop the second base. It's just like that. 9k, invest in the B-copter, maybe even do a base skip, interrupt that base right there. It's just, this map is nutty. You're probably going to see a lot of weird stuff on this map. I shouldn't say probably, I've seen this game before. You're going to see a lot of weird stuff you normally don't see. This game was insane. Don't try this at home, kids. Anyway, let's look at the players themselves. DeadFS, as you guys probably already know, he was in the Mangs and Eyes Grandmasters tournament. He actually got to the semifinals after losing to Starflash in that round. Starflash eventually won the tournament, and then Witty was also in the tournament. Witte711, I should say. He lost in the first round, but he's still a very competent player, good at Standard, good at Fog. He's been around for a while. So 2 very strong players. They were invited to the tournament after all. Both 1350 plus, in my opinion. So DeadFS chose Sammy right here. Oh, one thing about this map is it's one of those few maps where Tier 2 are all good at this map. Like, Sammy is good because there's a lot of contested properties that you probably can get interrupted with the B-copter. But if you cap with Sammy, B-copter can interrupt. Eagle's great because it's a huge-ass map and airports are great, so air units are going to be great. You can use your lightning strike and do a lot of damage. Olaf is great because there's not a single road, so when you use snow, you don't even have to use Winter Fury. If you even use a CO power, nothing's going to be able to move more than like 2 spaces. So snow is overpowered in this map. And then Max's battlecopters get the movement bonus and are super strong as well. I'd say Max is the weakest here, but it's still very strong. I personally lean towards Sammy and Eagle, which is what they both chose. If I had to choose, gosh, I guess I'd choose Sammy just to get that guaranteed income and make sure I get this center base, but it's a very close toss-up right there. So that's kind of why they chose these COs. We have DeadFS going for the income advantage, where Witty's going for the superpower advantage. Actually, DeadFS is probably also going for the HQ, which is sort of, it's in between these 2 bases over here, but there's a whole bunch of mountains. There's actually not a contiguous road route, so you'd have to take T-copters, you have to take black boats and landers to actually get there. I guess you could take something from here and ship it over there, but you can't go from the center either, so you're going to have to use transport copters or transport things in general to get there. So HQ rush is an idea in general, but it's by no means necessarily easy to do on this map. So we have a lot of interesting things that could happen on this map, but we can talk about coulds, woulds, shoulds, buds, luds. But let's get into this game itself, because this game is nuts. It's going to take a while because it's a lot of stuff to digest. Anyway, without further ado, let us begin. The game starts like any other game starts. You build your infantry, except you don't, because DeadFS built a freaking mech on turn 1. I have never in my life seen this in a game, and we already have a mech on turn 1. To get that extra movement boost and get there in 4 turns instead of 5 turns, because you go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, boom. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we don't got time for that. We're going mechs immediately. That's what you love to see. You can only do that as Sammy because you could probably get a battlecopter in time to interrupt that if you weren't. So you just love to see it. What are you going for this property in the meantime? I mean, you can actually just go to this mountain afterward. You don't have to. You can, because it's the same going from this mountain or from here. So take your pick. But yeah, just already in mech. And Witte, yep, you're going down here. They're both going straight for the base. Even though it's 4 to 5 turns, they're still going for it quickly because they know if you don't get it early, that battlecopter, the big bad battlecopter, is going to come by and spank them. So you got to be careful about that. So I have a pretty normal start so far. Not getting too aggressive with this over here. It's pretty even, like I said. Even though it's a 2 versus 1 base, it's separated by all this crap. So it's a little, you know, not quite. It's like a 1.5 base, or maybe like a 1+ base versus another base. So nothing out of control so far. Got the normal cappies going on. And yeah, going for the cap in the side over here. I mean, you get 2 bases in a row once you get there. That's a nice chain right there. Going for the early T-copter. Not going for the B-copter early, going for the T-copter early. A little more nice. And it's far away from this, so it's going to take a couple turns to get over there. But remember, Sammy gets that extra 1 movement with her transports, her APCs, her black bows, her T-copters. Yeah, they're going extra movement, so that actually will be in range of that base in a couple turnies. So, not a bad move. I like it. I'm a B-copter guy. I like smashing shit. But DeadFS, more patient. Knows what he's doing. He calculated all this shit. He's probably going to get a whole bunch of capture chains going on. He probably thought that in his head before the game even started. That's what he's like. He's a good player. Witte, on the other hand, you know, like me, caveman instinct. Smash good. Get smash. So, can't argue with that. He's also Eagle, so B-copters, gotta get him. Gotta get him. So, and the mech starts capping. B-copter wouldn't have been able to reach anyway. If this was a normal infantry, it would have been able to reach, but it wouldn't have mattered, like I said, anyway, even if it was a normal infantry, because it's Sammy. That's why you pick Sammy, so you can get those contested proppies. Even now, you can attack with the B-copter. Cool, we injure it, it's still capping it. I mean, it'll die next turn. You don't like to lose a unit, but at least you get the property. So, DeadFS is going for the capturing method of winning this game. Wants to get more properties than his opponent. He realizes it's probably going to come down to income or HQ cap, or Witte just wants to smash everything, stall it out a bit, and then destroy things with the lightning strike. So nothing out of this world. Builds a T-copter afterwards. We might see an actual... Nope, not enough for a B-copter this turn from Mr. DeadFS, so... Interesting. Nothing too out of this world so far. Let's see what he does with that nice, sweet little T-copter. He has to watch out from this B-copter, though. It's a big, bad B-copter. Out of its range. Right there. Infantry's going to get in next turn. This infantry's going to live to see another day. Maybe even going down that side right there. Getting all these properties. Hey, I mean, once you get that comp tower over there, semi-copters that normally have 90% firepower compared to Eagle's 115% or some crap. I'll throw it in there, like... Actually has a fighting chance in copter versus copter battles. Right now, completely dominated by Eagle in the air. Eagle dominates the skies. Let's be honest here. But DeadFS, ooh, is that a base skippy? No, not a base skip. That was had enough money. So going for these caps, nothing too crazy. I would say so far DeadFS has the lead in going for these neutral properties on the side. Witte's trying to get there, a little slower. Doesn't really have a. I mean, that copter is going to easily interrupt that. So. DeadFS cordoning off the corners. I like saying that for some reason. And, wait a minute. Could he have attacked? Nope. Perfecto. So going for the mech, doing some damage, getting some repairs chip in there. Wants to make Witte spend some of his money next turn, or DeadFS spend some of his money next turn. Lost some 600 gold right there. Not a big deal. Can still build some stuff. Definitely has the capture lead so far. But Witte has the center. Threatening. Probably going to build another B-Copter next turn. B-Copters are insane on this map. Fighters are good on this map. So I'm expecting to see plenty of air units. And you should too. Builds the anti-air. The anti-air is grounded though. Notice it's going to have trouble traversing all this. You have to build multiple anti-air to deal with these copters. That's why they're so OP. It's like, okay, you have an anti-air. I'm going to go attack over here. Oh, you got an anti-air there. Okay, I'm going to attack over here. It's like, you can always escape the anti-air. That's the thing. So what you want is fighters. When you're fighting off these battlecopters, you want to fight battlecopters with battlecopters or fighters. Or stealths, but I'm not sure if stealths are allowed in this game. But yeah, battlecopters and fighters are your go-to, not anti-air. I mean, it's good for this turn because it's only 8,000 gold. You want to get them, like, shoo, man, I want the center. Like, you know what I mean? But for now, not a huge dealio. Gonna stop Witte's dead in his tracks in here. He's gonna capture over here and then probably shift his copter up there to make sure he does not even get close to that comm tower. So, DeadFS doing a good job controlling the corners. Witte doing a good job, spamming battlecopters. So now this is not looking too great for him. He can capture it, but he will be injured. And DeadFS using the transport copter from all the way over here to go to the side. Whereas Witte, a little more conventional, building up over here, threatening the one base. Nothing out of this world. Going for that port. No, going for the comm tower right there, it seems. Completely denies that. Now the anti-air is pressuring in the middle right there. That infantry is not going to be able to capture anything at all. Getting some easy cappies. Right now we have a 16,000 to 12,000 lead. Soon that'll be 16,000 to 15, 16. Alright, nothing really important in terms of the capture game so far. But getting some good use out of these T-Copters. T-Copters are your best friend on this map. B-Copters and T-Copters, that's all you need. BLT. B-Copters, Landers, T-Copters. That's what it stands for. Still capping that. I mean, that was a nice little hit there, but still capping. Why you do this? You're going to get interrupted. I guess builds a tank next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I could build a tank. And discourage that anti-air from doing anything. However, that tank will be blasted by a B-Copter, so we shall see. Nope. Just suiciding that infantry. Interesting. Okay. Do not agree with that. Anyway, up to DeadFS's turn. Getting the comm tower. Need the comm tower to get that firepower. You're down in firepower compared to Eagle right now. You need to equalize that up. You can probably pressure this comm tower over here so you get one comm tower and Eagle does not get that comm tower, evening the fight a bit, just so your units are on, equal round for the most part. Interrupting some caps over here, getting some chip shot off on the T-Copter. Like I said, that didn't really make much sense over there. I guess in the mech's in place, if that anti-air, God forbid, wants to attack another anti-air, which is just weird, that mech is going to get some nice chip in there, so. Flooding the center. So DeadFS going for this corner over here and flooding the center. Decided to go for the centers. Not really doing too hot over here. Not really pressuring that much. I mean, with the copter, not doing too great over here. I mean, interrupted a cap, but mostly going for the center right now and preventing the corners, which is, perfectly good plan. But you can't afford to stall out this game. And now DeadFS is attacking all those copters, basically forcing an anti-air. An anti-air basically is forced right at this point. Even though I said anti-airs, you can outrun them with your copters. I mean, these guys can retreat next turn and go straight for the center and ignore that for the rest of the game. However, you just gotta build it anyway. Although Witte is going for a little trappy poo over here. But is it really that great? If you move it up here, maybe. But I don't think that's gonna be a great trap. See that? I don't agree with that, but whatever. Going for the... Oh! Does interrupt the comm tower. I didn't see that over there. Snuck that in. Not allowing that easy comm tower cap to equalize. Good job for Mr. Witte. See that boost right there? Smooth as butter. Getting in the T... See, these B-Copters and T-Copters are going nuts. 2 T-Copters. You very rarely see two T-Copters in the game, but I have a feeling that won't even be the last. There's just so many T-Copters. Like, transport in general. Looks like Witte is just building T-copters, B-copters. No one's really building tanks on the side. I mean, you have this one anti-air over there, but like... And now, like I said, boom! Yeah, so Witte could have killed off of that with his B-copter, but instead does not want to allow the cap on that comm tower, which I agree with. Smart move. You don't want it to go crazy up here, getting a bunch of free caps. So this B-copter gets off a hit over here, which is, you know, cool, but you're kind of trapped now, because how do you get out of this predicament? You're in this little corner over here, but that anti-air is probably going to get you. So build another anti-air, and that B-copter is basically deadios. But he decided it was worth it to weaken that little infantry, so, you know, it is what it is. And I guess that infantry is going to die next turn, which is cool. Going for the early HQ capture. Now, I told you before this game is a long one, so we know this isn't going to work. It's not going to work. I don't know why he did this. This is just copter fodder right now. Attack with the copter. You can kill the transport this turn. You don't even need to force it attacking on the infantry this turn. Like, there's no threat of a cap at all. I mean, he's bringing these other infantry down, but it's way too defended right now. It's not enough infantry in position. Like, oh, Lord have mercy. What is that sexy little thing right there? Oh, baby. I never seen any of those things in a real game. And this isn't a tournament. I think there was cash on the line. Oh, baby. 4 movement. 4 movement with tread and tires. 4-wheel drive. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see the idea. Plop it on this forest and lock the airport. He's going for the airport lock via the missiles in the center. It takes 3 tires to get through that forest right there. So 3. So you move 1 turn here, 1 turn there, and you have the lock. Or you can move up here, you have the lock. Do I like it? Hell yeah, I love it. You love to see missiles. The first missiles I've seen in the competitive fighting. We gotta love this shit. When I saw this in the live game, man, I almost shat my pants. And also, yeah, I'm not going to say what I was going to say, but it was a turn on to see that missiles over there. You don't see that very often. So, not even attacking this infantry over there. Gets the free kill off. Although, put that there, and then you can make sure the copter does not attack that infantry. So, gotta be careful with all this stuff with the missiles out there. The missiles don't mess around, so Witte, rightfully so, brings up a copter to reinforce, make sure there's no missile shenanigans going on over here. If I were Witte, I would probably build a fighter next turn. Or actually, no, just build a T-copter and start building like tanks and shit over here, so you can like actually win, or tanks over here rather, so you can actually like beat these guys back. Because you're not winning the center. You've basically given up the center, so you need to have counterplay on the sides. So start beating the shit out of Witte. I mean, out of DeadFS on the side. I don't know why I suddenly got super aggressive. Beat the shit out of him. Yeah. So anyway, DeadFS going in. See, Witte sidestep is like, nope. Not capturing anything. He's like, nope, not capturing that comm tower. He was over there last turn. He's like, nah, I could capture that, but I'm gonna die. So rightfully ignores it. But DeadFS is like, yeah, I'm killing you. My mind's made up. You did. And also with these copters now forced to deal with it here. Look at this little boy over there. Girl. Furry. I don't know any other things that you can be. But, so, now needs 2 copters to interrupt that cap. So, is DeadFS going to get that comm tower? So, watch out for this missiles. Look at that beautiful thing. Look at all that coverage right there. But you have to cover it up. Missiles are weak. They get blasted by copters, you know? And they're not cheap. They're 12,000 mun-muns. You don't want to give that up. So, bringing in the copters. Bringing in a little shield over here. It's like, hey, attack my missiles. You're going to get blasted by 2 anti-air. Starts capping. Let's be honest. That's not happening. These infantry coming in, trying to stir stuff up. So he's going to need 2 copters to interrupt that cap. And probably just these 2 copters are going to interrupt that cap over there. So it's probably not a big deal whatsoever. Just make sure you're out of the missile range, so you're going to have to attack from the bottom over here. So let's see what Mr. Witte does. See, this copter is 100% deadio. Like, Look at that little trap right there. That's a cute little trap. I mean, it took a lot of resources to kill it, but it's pretty cool, you know, using units to like trap it in like that. That is 100% dead copter. You can probably build a tank over here now or some shit. Getting some easy infantry kills. Oh, I don't... Why didn't he attack with these 2 copters there and interrupt that captive there? Now he's going to get the comm tower. I don't agree with it. It was a live game. It was a live game. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Now DeadFS is going to get that comm tower. But Witte is complete, like, you're not getting the HQ now. Like, it's completely defended. So DeadFS will get this comm tower over here, but everything else in the vicinity will be, you know, neutral. No one's capturing those properties. Actually, Witte has in position to recapture that property, everything over there. So, you know, Witte has some counterplay. He gave up the comm tower, but maybe his ideas about getting it back immediately or very soon thereafter. So DeadFS is doing pretty damn good in terms of the capture game. Up 24,000 to 18,000. That's a 6,000 income advantage. That is fully 1/3 more income than Witte has. So DeadFS is doing very good at what he's doing for Sammy. Sammy wants to have the income advantage because you're going to lose the fight advantage. So doing a great job beating the stally-ass Eagle. You need to get ahead in income. And DeadFS is doing a great job with that, getting those contested captures, getting the middle over there. Getting the comm tower, too. So, DeadFS is probably happy how it's going, except for this copter is deadio. But other than that, everything's going peachy. Just peachy. But this middle blob. And there you have it. The airport lock. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Yeah, get the surround. Make sure it's defended. And get that nice lock. Get out a fighter. How do you counter a fighter when you can't build your own fighter? You don't. That's the beauty of it. It's a weak Sammy fighter, sure. But, weak fighter is better than no fighter, and how are you going to get a fighter out with this beautiful-ass missiles right there? Did I say beautiful? I've been saying beautiful a lot, and I intend to keep saying that. Anyway. Copter's coming in, getting some free kills. Going over here for this property. I would have gone for this one over here. Could it have done that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You definitely... Yeah, go for this property. What are you doing? Go for neutral shit. Nah. Go for the red properties, not for the neutral properties. Going into the belly of the beast over here, but nothing can really stop these... I mean, anti-air can attack anti-air, but it's not really going to be much of a fight. It's going to do like 3 damage and take 2 in return, so... Woody's got the unit count, though. So, you know, gave up the comm tower, but look at the units. Got 30 units to 25 units. And soon about to have 33 units after building all his stuff after the end of the turn. Now that he realizes he's got the airport locked, now he's starting to put pressures on the sides. Getting a tank over here, probably going to build an anti-air next turn. Actually, I don't even need an anti-air because all these copters are forcing an anti-air by DeadFS, who actually base skipped last turn. I didn't even notice. Base skipped in order to get that fighter. So that fighter needs to get some good usage out of it. But it's going to have a little trouble navigating around. Well, a tiny bit of trouble. You just go through this route over here. Go this beep, beep, down here. There you go. But he has some good counterplay. Ahead in unit count. Behind in income. Behind in unit value for the most part. But ahead in unit count. That's what you can hope for as Eagle in this situation. Mech doing that work. That first turn mech is doing an absolutely ton of work right now. It's probably that anti-air can be finished off by battlecopters now. If he wanted to. And Mr. Eagle on one of the strongest airport maps ever created in Advanced Wars Bio that I've seen. Unable to make any more precious B-copters, T-copters, bombers, fighters, none of that. So what do you do when you can't build T-copters? You gotta build black boats. You gotta build landers. But we're talking about Eagle. Weak naval units. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So we'll see what happens. But the copter's coming in, getting some pretty decent hits, though. It's got the comm towers, so they're not terrible anymore. But look at that income gap. 8,000 income disparity. DeadFS is killing it in terms of income. And he'll interrupt that one, but like, my God, look at capturing all these contested properties. That's why Sammy is so good on this map. But we haven't got to the lightning strike, so nothing can be said. But so much income, 25,000 to 17,000. Just cray. Yeah, see, easy to interrupt that. sort of getting up there, but not really. That's getting stopped by another copter. Witte is completely out of luck getting any of these properties over here. He's going to need like a T copter or a B copter getting all the way over here to defend it. So basically, there's no chance. At least what I would do at this point, forget that. Forget all that shit. Just recapture everything over here. Focus down here and recapture. Don't try to go for both. Just go for the one down here and recapture, and then you'll be fine. So into some B-copter fights over here. He can pressure a lot. There's not a single anti-air, so he can put a lot of pressure over here, kill off a lot of infantry over there. With the remnants of his copters, because he can't build any more, so he's only going to have the same ones over and over. Boom, getting some kills. Bringing in the B-copties. Boom, bada boom, boom. Alright, interrupt the cap, I guess. It's cool. Killed off that mech for once. So that mech finally died after living a long and prosperous life. Yeah, this is protected by the tank. You need to build your own tank down there, and he has limited funds, but he is able to afford one. But my god, DeadFS is going to get even more income. More income. Although he might lose some over here. In fact, he probably will. He can interrupt this cap next turn, but he's probably going to get that, and Witte will also get that property. So Witte's, you know, not letting this game get completely, like, you know, blown in the dust or anything. He's got some counterplay. But look how close Sammy is to getting that victory march. Only about 10, 11,000 away. So he can capture even more properties. We can get to the 30,000 in sort of terms of income. He can be pumping out fighters and tanks every single turn. Not that he needs to build any more fighters, because Witte is completely airport locked by that beautiful missile. That missile is getting so much value. I kind of laughed when I first saw it, and I was like, this guy's just throwing and like messing around. It's like building like a mega tank. You're like, oh, he's just messing around. But it actually works. That's the nutty part. It's actually working in the lock. And now he's like, that's not even good enough. He's like, so the thing is, DeadFS, 10,000 brain IQ. I don't know why I said brain IQ. What else would it be? 10,000 IQ. He knows Witte can build something, then lightning strike, like build a bomber, lightning strike, then get off and kill the missiles. He knows that you can take 2 turns to get things off of the airport, which is crazy. He knew ahead of time. So he double airport lock. Not only did he lock it with the missiles, he locked it with the fighter as well, and there's nothing that can kill that fighter. There's not another fighter. No anti-air can reach here without landers, so that fighter is going to live a long and prosperous life. There's nothing you can do to dislodge that fighter. You can surround it by infantry and, you know, keep it there and it can't do anything, but it would still block the airport, so it is doing its job. So DeadFS is pretty happy about that. Interrupts that cap over there, not allowing anything to go on in the corner. Slowly inching up there himself, normally. Witte's starting to pressure this side pretty damn hard over here. DeadFS is still not bought a single anti-air. I guess realizing the futility of actually fighting and this thing, Witte's going to win it. He's got 5 freaking copters. I mean, he can't build any more, but he's got enough to do a lot of damage. Bring this tank in, damage the anti-air, finish it off with copters. Can't really do anything about that. DeadFS very keen on getting that middle right there. You can interrupt that, you know, infantry from capping it, but it's not really worth it. I mean, he's already got 26,000. What's 27,000, 26,000 in terms of income? Builds the anti-air a little late. I would have probably built it earlier, so he's not completely giving up on the side yet. And there you go. The missiles moved upward because he's like, yeah, the fighters got covered. I'm just going to be chilling on this, refuel, you know, take a load off. But the missiles has done its job. Let's just be chilling right now. Cap interrupts the cap over there, but I mean, Witte's going to get it in the turn after anyway, so it doesn't really matter. As a recap, Witte right now has a lot of copters, but is airport locked as Eagle, but is winning up here, holding equal around here, and lost to the center. Winning one front, tied on another front, losing one front. Doesn't have an airport. DeadFS does have an airport. Has a lot more properties too, DeadFS does. So, very interesting game so far. Both of them have a ton of counterplay. This game is by no means decided. If I had to give the lead right now, I would say the lead is to DeadFS by virtue of the huge amount of income. But it's behind on unit count. So, Witte has that and is about to capture a lot more of his properties. Sacks a copter. Now, you might be thinking, why would he sack a copter? I'll tell you why. Ding, ding, ding. Lightning strike. I don't know. I probably wouldn't have forced it this early, but, you know. Going for the really early comm tower capture over here, it seems. Really going for the lightning strike. Only needs 700 more damage. Easy to do. Boom. And, yeah. Boom. 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 So this is gonna die, and he's gonna get base locked. So Witty's about to win the top there. Remember when I said it was looking good for DeadFS? Yeah. Now let's look at Witty though. Like, lightning strikes and the lander and the lightning strike. This is devastating. Basically, just won the top. In one turn, you're just like, what? Buh? Buh? Like, who needs an airport? I just won the top over here. I'm going to recapture all of these properties, and there's nothing you can do about it. I will be closing the income gap. Who needs an airport? Airports are for losers. I like boats now, bitch. I got a lander. What are you going to do about it? Who cares about air units? So Witty reasserts himself. I mean, that copter gets a free hit on all those copters. I mean, that fighter gets a free hit on all those copters, but like, actually, it doesn't. Attacks here. No, it does. It does. Never mind. I thought that anti-air might have some overlap over there, but it seems like you can just attack from down here, and it can't even reach it down there. So, one copters down free. Although that base skip. That base skip. Punished. 1 base lock, 2 base lock. We're doing double base locks. This is the base lock challenge. Oh boy, I wonder where that T-copter's going. Plop. We're going double base locks, aren't we? And this victory march is completely full. So we're looking at a double base locky bonanza right here. All this crap is over here, out of position. If you just built one single infantry, that would have not have been able to be in a base lock. So Witty's probably slapping himself over that, or whatever you do when you're upset with yourself. Bringing in this artillery, trying to base lock over here, trying to go for the W base locks. So DeadFS still has a pretty nice income lead, 5,000, not 8,000 like before, but still pretty high. Witty about to close that gap immediately, though. Boom. Oh, go to the lander first. The lander! Bringing in a nice artillery and bringing in a anti-air over here to the HQ to reinforce from all these air units and stuff. Can't leave it wide open. I mean, your airport locks, you can't build any more copters. And there's a big-ass bomber over there. How do you deal with a bomber when you can't build fighters? I guess anti-air, so he's got to build a lot of anti-air. So it sucks being airport locked, but Witty has the income lead. Just like that. Witty's got the income lead. Bound 8,000. Nah. We on top now, Witty says. I got the income lead. I'm capturing these properties over here. I'm capturing this property over here. I'm going to have a big income lead next turn. However, DeadFS also going for the comm tower over there. Now he's like, oh shit, he's gonna get the victory march and kill that, or capture my base. Rightfully so, retreats going double anti-air because that bomber is scary. But now has the income lead. However, DeadFS is like, yeah, I got victory march though. I want my money back. I want my money now. Here comes the victory march. 22,000 income. See how it changes. Boom. Alright. Already back on top. Alright. Up 2k. Up 3k. Why not take a free kill off over there? Why not? Up 3k already. And that's not going to stop. Now bringing this... This is just a big blob in the center right now. I mean, they can't reach anything except... I mean, their range. Maybe a rocket would have been better, but I guess a rocket's more expensive. But, bringing those in. These infantry are moving like really far because they're special. Boom! Yeah, you're not getting that thing anymore. Got that. Building a medium tank. Now ahead 4k on income. Was behind, now ahead 4k. Look at that unit value disparity. Nearly double Witte711's unit income. Unit value. Up 60, nearly 70,000 in income. of units. Man, I can't say this. And also head on unit, but Witte still has the unit count. Through thick and thin, Witte maintaining that unit count when it matters most. Eagle, you need the units. So you have strong lightning strike like he last did. And he's capturing all this stuff on the side. He's capturing that base. Next turn, that is. Capturing the sides over here. He's gonna get those two properties. I mean, that kind of sucked. I was, he's trying to get that comm tower, but, we'll be back another day. Yeah, interesting maneuver. Going triple anti-air, I don't know. I don't understand that. Builds another lander. I don't even know what the hell is in this lander. Can it tell me? Oh, they need to fix this. I can't see what's in the lander. I know there's an artillery and an anti-air in there. Oh my god, there's an artillery and an anti-air. I don't know which one's which, but they're both in there. So you gotta watch out for that. What, he's trying to get some charge, I guess? I don't know what he's doing. He's kind of making some weird decision right here, but keep in mind this is a live game, so each of them are kind of rushing. But Witte's going to be ahead in income very soon. He's going to capture all 4 of these properties next turn. So, but this fighter is feasting. This is a feisty fighter. A feisty and feisty fighter. Getting a shit ton of kills. And now this bomber is like right there. And that lander carrying the anti-air and the artillery in no particular order. 1 shot. Dead. Has the comm tower. 1 shot. Dead. It might be a roll, but I think it's dead. In my brain, 1 shot, dead. And yeah, that's a lot of money. That's over 25,000 in funds. So you better watch out. So that bomber is scary. Hell, maybe build another bomber. You got so much income. DeadFS has so much income. Finishing up he's cleaning up those purple goonies down there. Finishing them all off, doing the same thing. These are all going to be red. These are all going to be purple. We're gonna split this like a little triangle, diagonal thing, and that's how the game state's going to be. Although DeadFS does have the center, has always maintained the center, and has a little more of a presence over here, whereas Witte has nothing over here. That's where the income disparity is coming from. Witte has nothing over here. DeadFS did a great job with his copters, with his bombers, or just air units in general, pressuring the side over there. Not Sammy. 1 easy interrupt. They're done. Usually 1 or 2 infantry over there at max at a time. But he also builds a black boat. He's like, I can't build B-copters or T-copters. I'm just going to use a black boat to transport things. Hell, I can use it as a blocker. They don't attack. Eagle black boat's as good as any other black boat. It doesn't attack, so it doesn't really matter. Not a big deal. If you're building battleships or carriers, that's a different story because they have weak attack. But sacking the copter, that was the last of the copters, the B-copters. They're an extinct breed. And now Witte's trying to reinforce the center over here, but that bomber can loop around and one-shot that artillery, or that anti-air. See, I can't figure them out. And in case he doesn't one-shot it and has 1 HP, yeah, there's another bomber coming in. So, boom, boom, boom. But Witte's like, nah, I need to get the income. Even if it's temporary, I need to pump up my income, get a lot of units, and smash things. Get a bomber, lightning strike, then kill. Or get a fighter, lightning strike, then kill. He's got a lot of lightning strike ideas. He needs to maintain the unit lead count. Builds a copter right there, I guess for charge, because that is 100% deady dead. Fighter kills or missiles kills. Doesn't even matter which. Take your pick. I'd probably go for missiles for the swag factor. I would said swag in 10 years until now. I won't say it again, but I'm just going to say it in that one instance because it's a missile. And I would unload that from there because now I can kill that with the missile and then kill that with the fighter, and that's 2 units dead. I would have plopped out that infantry there because that's a free double kill. And I think that's precisely what he does. Does not get the kill. Bad roll. But that doesn't seem to matter that much. Getting very close to getting this artillery to base lock over there. Doesn't matter how many anti-airs you have. You can have 20 anti-airs. If you build a medium tank, they're not going to have a shot. Using infantry walls. Double kill right there. Now they're equal on unit. And there's an infantry knocking on Witte's HQ. The Leaning Tower of whatever. No, it's Eiffel Tower. I've lost my brain. I swear I'm not like this until I start recording. Then I just forget everything I've ever learned. And these tanks, it is not looking good for Witte, but double income. Double unit disparity value. I can't speak when I'm recording either. Double the disparity in unit value. But Witte has a lightning strike. What is he going to do with it? He has the ports. That's all he has. That's all he has, the ports and the bases. He has no airport. And he somehow still has the income lead. He's shifting down this lander over here. However, one spot away. If he was Drake, could have made that, plopped him there. What if you plop a T-Copter there? How do you get past that with the lander? You're completely blocked. Any unit right there completely blocks the lander. So that sucks. And what sucks even more is a bomber bombing you in one single turn. Getting one hit KO. Just a little repair. Oh, that's cute. Double repair. Oh, that's so adorable. Going over here to defend the HQ. I mean, DeadFS is not very close to getting the victory march, but still, like, Witte has very lackluster defenses right now. Building a third black boat. So many black boats. So many black boats. It snuck up on me. I was not expecting... Okay, that's why. He wanted to get the lander. Interesting. Oh, doing the... Ding, ding, ding. 3 HP. Ding, ding, ding. 3 HP. 7 HP artillery. To the rescue. Or 6. Boom. Not going for the Long Marie anyway. Boom, boom. Alright. Now. Solid defenses. Witte somehow able to secure his HQ. Who needs an airport? Who needs it? Builds a recon? I don't even know. Just wants something to block it so the infantry can't get in. Still has the income lead. He needs to build up shit while he still has his income lead. Can't really build that many units though. Although he's tenuous. That's how we describe Witte's position. And he's gonna lose these two properties that are his income lead right now. So he's gotta hurry, build up a bunch of units. He needs to get that airport back. He needs to get that airport back as Eagle. Needs to dislodge that missile. That missile is MVP of the game so far. Second place, that fighter. They're both doing shit ton of work. You need to get rid of that missiles. You need to get your airport back. You need to start building bombers, fighters, what have you. Then use your lightning strike. But it is hard. Can't finish off these units because Witte used his superpower, that extra defense. Not going to win hit KO. But look at all these bombers. 3 bombers. I don't care if they're Sammy bombers or what. But, T-Copter. And he's going to get the other comm tower. So, yeah, not looking great for Witte. He needs to have some sort of counterplay. The artillery's like, your time has come, missiles. You dead to me now, boy. And then in march the black boats and landers, defending the missiles defending the artillery valiantly. And the fighter. So funny thing is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This fighter cannot reach that fighter. Fun fact. The missiles will get a hit off. Let's not kid ourselves. It will live probably with 2 HP, maybe 3, depending on Eagle's defense. No, probably 2 HP. That will live. And, what the hell? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why did you... What? Why did you... That's gotta be a live game mistake right there. Now the fighter's dead. Oh. Okay. I guess it didn't matter. I thought it would live because Eagle's defenses. I was wrong. Boom! One shot. It's not gonna die. But close to it. Fighter's back on its favorite spot in the game. Running out of fuel, but chilling on that airport. Boom! Boom! Locking down that base. Base locked. Boom! Now DeadFS. Getting close to the victory march. Infantry in place. Getting close to that HQ. A bunch of weird-ass naval units by Witte. This is getting hectic. Witte... Witte has 60,000 in unit value compared to 200,000 for DeadFS. Doesn't even have a third of DeadFS's unit value. Oh, Lord have mercy. It doesn't have a third, but has more income. Like, how is that even possible? Combines 2 black boats. Now he has 29,000 in units. I think you know it's coming. 31,000 funds. You know it's coming. So fighter, I mean, carriers, they suck. Yeah, you can't even go past the shoal. So this carrier can only go over to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it has 9 range. So it will be able to dislodge the fighter. That is all it will be able to do. We have a carrier. We have an eagle carrier in play. Red alert, eagle carrier in play. This infantry cannot quite reach that HQ, even after using Victory March. That black boat is in the way. Although it can reach the airport. Actually, it wouldn't be able to reach the HQ anyway, it's too far away. It can reach the airport though, which is even, well, not scarier, but still just as scary. Eagle losing his airport and unable to get it back is basically a good game. So, DeadFS comes in, boom, blah. Takes over that base. It is looking rough for Mr. Witte. E. Not going for the airport though. He's like, nah, I got bigger fish to fry. Missiles down, but not out. Still hanging in there. That artillery hurts. But it's not a big deal. Bringing in the rockets now. Going for covering the HQ capper. Potential HQ capper. It'd probably take 1 turn with Victory March, right? Woody though. Not giving up. Mounting a stout defense somehow with his cobbled together units. Gets a nice carrier hit off on that bomber right there. So, you know, not out yet. That valiant artillery blocking the HQ cap for that little bad boy right there. But here comes the Victory March. It's gonna be brutal. Boom. Captures Eagle's airport. That's the equivalent of like neutering a grown adult male, just snipping off the balls. That's like Eagle losing his airport. You hate to see it. Just got emasculated, castrated, emasculated, bagaskerated. Look at this income. Oh my god. The DeadFS just playing with money. What even is money to him right now? Look at that energy. Zooming by like a movement of like a freaking artillery. Woo! Yeah. Didn't even go for the cap right there. Probably could have gone for the cap, but instead chose to attack that infantry. Feeling pretty damn good about 30k in the bank every turn. Yeah, no big deal. I'll get 30,000 a turn. I'm triple your income, and triple your unit value. NBD, second, but let's be honest. 2 carriers though? Who's really winning if you have 2 Eagle carriers? And Lightning Drive the power, and Witte711 resigns. So yeah, there's the game. I mean, I thought Witte did a pretty admirable job of fighting off that attack from being down so much income for the majority of the game, even threatening to win when he had this over here. But that one base skip, man, allowing DeadFS to get the cap, and then allowing DeadFS to have this entire wedge of the map, essentially, was just too much to overcome. Sammy, incredibly strong CO on this map. Same with Eagle, but I think Sammy made the difference here. Just used very well. The mech the first turn. Great value use of T-Copters. You build at least 2, maybe 3 of the entirety of the game. That fighter, the missiles though. That missiles, MVP. Locked down the airport, neutered Witte. Well, first, he snipped off the balls when he airport locked. But then, when you capture the airport, that's just, all of it's gone. So that was impressive. Like I said, DeadFS went on to win the tournament. Sorry to bring spoilers, but he won the tournament. He's a really good player. That's why he was invited to the Grandmasters Tour, even though he was overcome by Starflash. So, yeah, that is base trades on both sides. Missiles in usage. I mean, you can see these at the end of the game, like, oh, I lost, here's a missile, or pipe runner. That's not the same as the missiles actually being the best unit in the entire game. I've never seen anyone building missiles and make it good, much less build the missiles and make it the most important unit in the game. That's how DeadFS beats you. I don't even know. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed yourself. I hope you guys liked the non-fog map for once. Switching it up a bit. Switching up the maps. This is a weird map. You're never going to see it again, probably. So, yeah, more for entertainment purposes than learning purposes. But I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. And I hope to see you guys next time. Peace out.